Epiphany's bow sprit is a masterpiece of country boy engineering. Look at that. She's holding a 60-pound Lamar claw. That was our second anchor. We pulled that and got it hung. Now I got to route the chain for our primary anchor through that bow roller there. You can see it comes up through this little cleat here area, and we've got it tied off. So we're going to take the shackle loose here, run the end of the chain through the hole, up through the bow roller and back, and then uncleat it and snatch all the slack through before we drift back too far. So let's get that done, and that anchor will be ready to pull in the morning. Okay, so our chain is through our anchor roller. We were successful in doing that, and it's cleated off, but we don't want 20,000 pounds plus a boat pulling on our bow sprit, especially in rough seas. We're in a protected harbor here, but not all harbors are going to be protected until we get our 3/8 anchor stainless steel. It's 5/16 BBB chain out, and installed a windlass. We're using 3/8 galvanized. We got about 95 feet of it. So we're going to make a snubber because that'll anchor us safely in 10, 15 feet of water for a long time. Plus we got 270 foot of road on it for deeper anchorages. So we're going to make snubber to go on this chain. So we can cleat off the snubber, go through the chock here, down to a hook that'll hook the chain, back up through this chock into that cleat. But we got to secure safeties on this anchor first. So let me do some configuring here. It's not going to be pretty. I'm using some older rope. It's got some sheath wear, but the core is fine. But let me show you what I end up with. Success! We have made and installed a snubber. Put a chain hook on and hook the anchor chain. Yeah, I know they're bowlines, but yeah, I know they weaken the rope a little bit, but I'm a mountain climber and a professional rigger. I know the strength of those knots, and there's 2 ropes, so it's still effective. We'll make something pretty later, okay? This is just to get us going. So there's no weight on the anchor chain where it crosses the bow roller. These snubber lines come over here and cleat off. Come over to this side and cleat off. They take all the load. Anchor chain slack, but in case the snubber fails or comes unhooked, we are shackled to the tow rail. And this tow rail runs the length of the boat. You shackle pulleys to it for the sails. You're not going to tear that off. So that's the backup safety. Here's the backup safety for the stowed anchor, which sits out there on the bow sprit. So in the event of a storm, it's not going to bounce, shake off, fall down, knock a hole in the keel. And additional protection. You see that there on the lines? They call them chafe protectors. They are actually rope pads from my mountain climbing days. Got one on each side. They're made from fire hose. You see it right there? And that prevents the rope from chafing should she rub anywhere on the structure of the bow sprit. So we think we are secure. You'll rip the whole front of the boat off before this becomes detached. In the event primary anchor drags, secondary anchor is ready to deploy. Love the way the bow sprit come out and supports them. Can't wait to get my windlass on a 300 foot stainless chain, but that's another day in another harbor with another view. That's the thing about living and cruising on a yacht. We get to work on boats in exotic places. Tell me what you think, folks.